Okay, welcome everyone to the PR Planner with Ben and Mike. I'm Ben Lewis, the Director of Public Relations at FBA.
Mike Byrnes, owner of Byrnes Consulting and national speaker, and proud to be part of the FBA Coaches Corner focusing on business growth strategies. So happy to be here, Ben. Thank you very much. This is our second episode of, what are we calling it again?
PR Planner with Ben and Mike.
PR Planner. So we had 100 names, so now we've narrowed it down to one. Hopefully you guys will like that. But today we're actually diving into our second topic, and that's focusing PR on your passions. And I know Ben has a real passion for this, so I'll let him go first on this.
Yeah, so, I mean, for any planners who have ever been through an FBA media training with me, one of the things that I always try to stress is that content is king, but passion is what sells. Mm-hmm. So you can have all the best messaging on a topic within the financial planning space, but if you can't deliver it with heart, with passion, it's going to be really hard to convince others to believe what you're saying. And so I always encourage people when they're starting out in PR to really kind of sit down and think about, what gets them up in the morning, the kind of work that they're doing for their clients. If you do a lot of work with women in transition, or you do a lot of work in tax planning or estate planning, what have you, make that the initial focus of your PR outreach, of your work with the media, because that's the stuff that really drives you, that gets you excited, that you have great messaging on. So really kind of figure out like what that passion is and make yourself known for that, because then your whole PR effort can all kind of expand from there. And I mean, just Mike, real quick, I think of people like Carolyn McClanahan. Okay, and for everyone who knows, Carolyn is this dynamic speaker, dynamic planner who does a lot of work in kind of the convergence of healthcare and wealth. And when the Affordable Care Act came out, I remember talking to Carolyn years ago when this happened. She read the entire ACA and became the expert on it because she used her medical background and her financial planning background to kind of merge the two together. And that became her passion. I mean, it's the thing that she went out there. And for anyone who knows, years later, Carolyn is one of the more
We're both Boston fans, so I actually like that ringer. Good job.
Yeah, there you go. But Carolyn is really one of the most dynamic speakers who's out there, not just speakers, but planners out there who's doing a lot of work in the whole crossover between healthcare and wealth care. And it's because she really focused on what was driving her, that passion. And her whole profile now is more national. Now she's doing a lot of other, speaking, a lot of interviews and so on about all kinds of different financial planning topics. But she really focused in on what was driving her, that passion from the beginning.
And I'll add to this. You're so right. We have really, I think, also the passion, if you can align it with your target market, your business is going to be that much more successful. But when it comes to work with the media, one that pops into my head is women that become independent, whether it's through a divorce, whether it's becoming a widow or something else. We've had multiple clients, mostly females, that have gone through that, and we've had them cry on the phone multiple times, and we feel very sorry for what they've gone through, but we work with them to channel that into what they're going to either get quoted in or write or be on a radio program or TV program. Wow, it comes through amazing. That passion, and actually they want to help other people. So it's not that they're doing this for greedy reasons to make money in the business. They the passion to help others. They go through those trying experiences. It's the best press that most of the press that we get out there. That's some of the stuff that we're the most proud of, I guess, helping our clients, because it really, like you said, it ties into that passion and want to help other people.
Yeah, you think about, when you're passionate about something, you communicate it in a different way. Mm-hmm. It's not that you're just rattling off, message points, talking points on a subject, but you're speaking, again, more from the heart rather than just the head. So you think about, and I'll just throw this out to the planners who are going to be watching this, but if you think about a client interaction, you have a new prospect who comes in and they sit across that table from you. You're not slouched back and kind of like, well, I think if you do this, you can accomplish that. What are you doing? You're sitting forward, you're engaged, you're excited, you're using all your hand gestures, you get that lean in your body, you're forcing good eye contact. That's when that excitement comes out. When it helps you communicate a message more impactful, because that passion creates resonance. And when you create that resonance in the ears and the minds of the person who's receiving that message, they're going to get excited. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing with a lot of these journalists. I mean, people have to remember, a lot of journalists are not CFP professionals, all right? They're not financial planners. They're relying on financial planners to give them information and insight that only financial planners actually have.
Right.
So it's an opportunity to educate, to enlighten. And when you can be passionate about what you're saying, you get them to take down those notes, to take, to type on that keyboard. And that's what's going to come out in that story.
And I have a slightly different version that I heard years ago is facts tell and stories sell. And that, I think that passion comes through in their own personal stories a lot of times when they translate it to whatever target market they're working on. So yeah, this a great tip. And I think a lot of folks struggle with this. So it really takes a little, maybe it's an offsite meeting or just going for a walk or for a run and exercising and thinking it through. And these ideas will pop into your head. And once you think about how do you help those people that you care about the most, that passion will probably resonate for most of the audience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you alluded to the idea of target audience, which is going to be the topic of our next video.
Nice teaser.
Which is going to be coming out very soon. So, until then, thank you, Mike, once again for joining, for being part of the PR Planner with Ben and Mike. You don't have a choice. Your name is on the masthead. So, anyway, but thank you again, Mike. And everyone, thank you again for tuning in. And good luck with your PR planning.